Fayetteville Comic Con. Mickey Marvel here with Street Raleigh. A wonderful guest lined up for you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Tony the Toy Rat, and I'm out here at Fayetteville Comic Con giving away toys and talking about the Sculpt, which I'm sure she's going to ask me about just a minute.
I was about to say, tell us, what is the Sculpt?
What is the Sculpt? Okay, so we are redefining how people look at independent comic books. How are we doing that? Through the magic of digital sculpture. So we have an international competition right now, which allows digital sculptors to use reference material from independent comic books to create a three-dimensional sculpture. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do? This is what we're trying to do. So basically, we have a set amount of time for each episode.
I was gonna say, I kind of want to geek out.
Yes, please play. So this particular one we're showing you right now is from our episode 1, which is based on Chuck Brown's Flawed. He's an Eisner Award-winning writer who came up with this particular book, and it is a fantastic read. Then we had our judges come out, Toy Quest 101's Miguel Figueroa, who was here earlier, and we had Cannon Doll X, who you guys had the luxury of interviewing earlier. Really great judges, and they're able to take a look at the comic book and compare it to the sculpture and determine how well these guys did. Now, they're not doing it for free. It is almost free, though. We are giving away $1,000 to the winner of each one of these sculptures. So there's 11 episodes in the year. This is just episode 1 we're finishing. We've got 10 more episodes to go, and then the grand finale. The grand finale is going to be worth $10,000. Okay, so that is what the Sculpt is about. It's all about bringing people back to the comic book.
Yeah, it really is. Well, and talk to me about how that all fits in with Fayetteville Comic Con and your presence here today.
100%. So Fayetteville Comic Con has been a champion of all kinds of new types things. It's basically, they want to create an experiential environment, especially for people in this particular community. This is not a very financially affluent community. So what they try to do is bring the experiential level here so that anybody of all walks of life, every background, can participate in and enjoy these types of things. And what we all recognized was that comic books used to sell a lot better in the 90s and early 2000s. They don't do that well as much anymore. So it's a lot harder for an independent artist and writer to be able to bring their work to the forefront. And our goal with the Sculpt and Fayetteville Comic Con is to be able to illuminate that particular work so that we can bring the readers to the comic. So that's what Fayetteville is doing, and they do that with all kinds of stuff. Not to mention, we have another part of this, which I haven't even mentioned yet. It's called the Comic Book Shark Tank.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm obsessed with this idea. Sorry, I want you to talk about it.
Tell me what you're obsessed about.
Okay. So this is my understanding of the idea.
Okay.
My understanding is that it is Shark Tank, the reality show we know and love.
Yep.
Except instead of business ventures, we're pitching comics.
That's it. You nailed it. Bing, 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 bing. That's exactly what we're doing.
I'm in love with this idea.
I love it too. So in this particular, if you guys don't know all the wonderful comic creators, Jim Shooter used to run Marvel and DC and started Valiant Comics. So one of the best people in the world to be able to look at an independent comic book and say, this is good or this is crap, one way or the other. They get a thumbs up or thumbs down. We also have Michael Watkins, which I believe you just interviewed.
You just talked to Michael.
You just talked to Michael Watkins, and he's going to be on that panel along with Brian Shearer. So they've all got independent books that they've created, and they're going to sit atop this panel and look down upon ye and say yes or no and bless these comic books as they move forward. In the end, we're going to offer a sculpture to whoever that winner is. So they're going to be a part of the Sculpt whether they want to or not.
They're going to be part of like that Sculpt
That's
process.
Right.
Oh my God. Now, is that happening here at Fayetteville Comic Con this weekend?
That's happening here this weekend on Sunday. So if you can still get down here and you want to be a part of the Comic Book Shark Tank, or you just want to be a viewer, come in and check out and see, who gets torn up and who doesn't. We invite you to come on down. I think it's only $20 for the day tomorrow, and there's lots more stuff to see while you're here, people for you to meet while you're here. But then you get to stop and hang out at the Comic Book Shark Tank and see what's going to emerge from that, which is I'm finding it exciting. I have no idea what's going to happen next.
Yeah, well, and Tony, I think this is so cool because, first of all, yes to financial accessibility
Yes.
in general.
Yeah.
Yes to just making conventions different. I've been talking to so many people about how, honestly, conventions haven't really changed that much
Yeah.
in the past 10 years, you know. And in some ways that's good. In some ways, you know, are other things.
There's
we can
familiarity.
explore.
There's some level of familiarity you want
Yes,
with the
we know
con,
what
but
to expect.
somewhat. But you always want to have like something new. Like what's the tangible new thing that everyone should go see? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just really, really feel like, yes, the Comic Con, and also you specifically with the Sculpt, with the Shark Tank, and then here with this creator hub that you are building. That's where we've been streaming from all day. I really feel like you're at the forefront of that, and it's just so cool to see.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. You appreciate it. Yeah, this is the first time ever we've tried this sort of creator core environment, and we're so thankful to have you guys here. I mean, Stream Raleigh's here. I mean, what the hell, man? We're actually going to broadcast all this stuff. So a lot of the things that happen at these Comic Cons, they kind of go to the wayside. Not everybody gets to see them. You get little snapshots, little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But no one really kind of pulls it all together. Not even the comic convention people, they don't put it all together. So I am really thankful that you guys are pulling a narrative together for everything that we're doing in here. But the goal here for us was, let's pull together the creator core, the people who are responsible for illuminating the things that we're here to love. So we're all here to be a fantasy lover of comic books in one way, shape, or form. Comic books, movies, geek culture, toys. Huh?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. It's so funny because sometimes people ask me, they're like, well, you know, I don't know if there's a thing for me at these Comic Con. And that's what I say. I'm like, have you ever liked a toy ever?
Ever.
Do you like comics? And that counts as any comic show, like
voice
in
actors.
the newspaper. Yeah.
Regular
Of
actors.
anything. Yeah. Any
Artists
actor.
of
any
any kind.
artist. If one of these things applies to you,
Any of them. Why can you not come down here? Are you kidding me?
believe in, then you should be at conventions. Then you belong here. One of my friends was like, "Well, all I like doing is Legos," and I was like, "No, then you belong."
You must come. We have the Lego geekdom for you. There is a geekdom for everyone. Please come enjoy your geekdom with us. And you know what I find more often than not, it's like what you said. It's like from a convention standpoint, it is similar. Like I can go from one to another, and it's very, very minimal has changed. You have some actors, some voice actors, some artists, and there's some lanes to go through, some toys. So what we always try to do at this particular event is push the boundary. We don't know whether people are going to love it or not.
Yeah, it's a question mark.
It is a huge. So
it's a what do they call it? A strategic risk.
strategic risk is the right
Shark
answer.
Tank word.
That's exactly right. Strategic risk, Shark Tank words. You heard it here first. And so I really love the fact that Fayetteville has risked life and limb here, because it's nothing is ever free. And so every time they put together something in this order of magnitude, there is a cost associated with it. So they are really outstretching their arms to the environment. You know, they're like saying, "Come to me, my geek friends.
You are welcome
Family,
here."
you are welcome here." You know, we want you to come. And it really, and you know, the biggest thing about this, and no one's going to know this, is that financially they haven't made any money here yet.
Yeah.
They haven't made any money here yet. I need to make that absolutely clear. So, you know, the showrunner is really digging deep into his own pockets to make sure that this event continues to happen for the people. And it isn't until we deploy these types of things that we know whether or not they're going to work.
Exactly.
So this has been a pretty good con. It's been
This has been a good show.
fairly successful show. Like I said, we got these guys here, which is building the narrative around everything else. But we also have the 3D shop Uptown, which is just to my left over here, who brought in 8 different 3D machines. And they're our partners in the Sculpt. So the way this works, I need to tell you, is we have an independent group of people sending us their files. And we had to work out the logistics. Like, crap, I have to get these sculptures in the hands of my judges.
Yeah.
Like, how the heck do I do that if someone's in Brazil, someone else is in Spain? You know, it's incredible. So what we decided to do is partner with this group here, and they send us the files, and these guys will print it out and put them together for us. So that's a little bit of what you see here in front of you.
Oh, that is so cool. And
Yeah.
the detail on these is like amazing.
I think the Sculpt, you know, the software that you can do things with is amazing right now. But I think there's so many people investing their energy into the creation portion of this. I'm gonna tell you where I lose my mind. They get this. They don't get a three-dimensional. You know, this is what they get.
That's 2D.
This is 2D. This is a flat. And they didn't even get the whole book. We gave them some snapshots. And from that snapshot, they were able to develop what you see in her hands right now. Shout out.
Bill Clayton's Tattoo World. Join us as one of our premier level sponsors. They're located.
Well, we like Grim better.
Go to the lobby. Go check them out for any of your tattoo needs.
I didn't want to say it while he was in the middle of talking, but the other guy who was here might not find that as appealing because he's been here every single year. So, and now you know. And now, see, that was perfect timing. And now you know because he's been here every year.
And now you know you're supposed to say it.
And know it's half the battle.
And now you know.
And knowing's half the battle. Okay. I'm not sure how many people did it, but we did it. We did it. You guys should have done it with it. I heard her do it.
We got 3 of us in.
At least 3 of us did it. So.
You know, okay, with that, Tony, thank you so much for joining us. Where can people find you, Tony?
Oh, where can they find me normally or where can they find me today?
Today and normally.
All right. If you're coming to Fayetteville, look for the Creator Core. We're smack dab in the center of the convention. And you can find me running around that area most of the time. Oh my God, I'm talking over this guy.
Maybe we should just take a pause.
So if you're interested in learning how to become a voice actor, please make your way to the panel room 2.
I feel like he did this on purpose. He waited till I was talking and started doing this. Last year, he gave me a lot of shit for. Should I say shit? All right,
No, you're
okay.
fine.
All right. So last year, he gave me a lot of shit because I kept grabbing the microphone. And every time I wanted to give something away, I was like, now Tony the Toy Rat. So he was trying to announce for panels and whatever else.
Yeah.
And I would be grabbing the microphone like every 20 minutes and giving the toy away. So
Yeah.
he took the microwave. He took the microphone away from me and gave me a bullhorn. And he said, I have it. Yeah, that's why it's over there. So
Yeah.
I have to maintain from the edge of the crevices over here and get people to come check us out. But
Okay, going back, where can they find you?
Tony the Toy Rat, anywhere you social. At Tony the Toy Rat, anywhere you social. You'll find this old, semi-debonair looking Hispanic fella opening toys. So if you like watching old men play with toys,
Semi-debonair.
right, all the words,
Opening toys.
opening toys, and I'm the guy you want to find and follow because I'm endearing and I give shit
are.
away too. So yeah, that's all I've been doing this whole time is giving stuff away every hour. So if you come tomorrow, still every hour, I'm giving stuff away.
All right,
All right,
awesome.
okay.
Well, and thank you so much for spending some of your time with us. Get us out of here, Ryder.